and happy Tuesday. I almost forgot what day it is. I'm Amanda Upton, and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live in the Make Things Happen Facebook group. I am so happy to be spending this time with you. And I want you to know, and I've heard this from other people, that kind of some of the best ways to listen to these lives is actually just to listen to them, not watch them, just to press play as you're driving around, as you're running, you're doing dishes, and to not feel like you actually have to watch the video, right? You can watch the video or you can just listen to it. So know that you have that option. I've received lots of feedback that that has been a great way to take the videos in. So today we are talking about one of my most favorite things in the world, one of my most favorite tools to use in the world, and that is affirmations. And affirmations are very, very powerful, and we're going to talk about what they are and how they work. And when I put this together, I had a whole list of things that I wanted to share in one Facebook Live. But then I realized that oh my gosh, this is just so much information to take in. So I am actually going to split it up over 3 episodes so that they're just these little bite-sized chunks where you can take in information about affirmations, sit with it, marinate in it, think about it, just like what it sparks for you, and then tune into the next episode and just really just work with the information kind of stacking up one on the other. So we're going to dive in on into some specifics about affirmations. As you are listening, and I guess specifically if you're watching the video, let me know when you like something I'm talking about, when it resonates with you. Share, let me know that by just like giving me a thumbs up, okay? You can also share your experiences with affirmations. This is a far more fun experience for me and for you if this is more of a conversation, right? And so if there's something that I say that brings something up for you, that excites you, that intrigues you, let me know. Just type it in the comments, just even just use an emoji. It'd be wonderful to just hear when things just are like an aha for you or when it sparks a question. Okay, so I had, like I said, I had this list of things I was going to share in one episode, and that includes what affirmations are, how they work, what affirmations don't do, how to hack them, all of this stuff. But we are going to just narrow in on really just 3 parts today. We're going to talk about what affirmations are, we're going to talk about why and when to use them, and we're going to talk about if they actually really work. Like, is there science behind this? And like how do they actually work? So that's where we're going today. And then in the next episode, we will talk even further about affirmations and how they can really support your life. So, are you ready? Let's do this. Affirmations are so, so fun. So, whoops, I'm going to switch my screen around. So, we are going we when I say affirmations, I'm going to be more specific in this. It's positive affirmations. Positive affirmations. You have seen positive affirmations around, right? If you've been following social media for any amount of time, you have seen people post things like I have enough, I am enough, I do enough, right? Things like that. You may have seen those types of phrases. Now, you might have wondered, like, why are people posting these kinds of things? Or does it even, like, what is this? Why should I be repeating this to myself? Like, why are you telling me this is something I should say over and over to myself? Why does it matter? Like, and you might just scroll right past it. And I totally get that because it can kind of feel like these are just words. Like, really, I need to repeat I am enough, and that's going to shift things in my life for me. I need something bigger. I need something stronger than that. I totally get that because it does feel like it's just a simple sentence, but they are truly a very powerful way to make changes. So, by the way, I will give you some affirmations that you can work with. Okay. So, if you're wondering what are some powerful affirmations, I will put a link to those in our next episode. So, essentially, positive affirmations are just these short little phrases, and they are repeated frequently, and they are designed to encourage positive and happy feelings, positive and happy thoughts, positive and happy attitudes about your life. It's really about your mindset and your outlook. The positive affirmations are just short little phrases. And kind of their job, if they had a job, their job would be to challenge negative thinking, to challenge self sabotaging behavior, and to challenge unhelpful thoughts. Now, affirmations, just so you know, do not have any spiritual or religious meaning in the traditional sense. And they can actually be used for like many purposes, like an endless list of things, like whatever is going on in your life, you can utilize an affirmation to support you. So whether you're going through a transition in your career, or you're trying to figure out what kind of job you want to create or make more money, or you want to improve a relationship in your life, or you want to get stronger or run a marathon or lose weight, and they're really meant to shift dramatically energy, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and the results in life. Now, sometimes people might say something like affirmations are just wishful thinking. Like that doesn't mean anything. They're just wishful thinking. But I want you to instead, I want you to take on the idea and just really the perception that actually positive affirmations, they are an exercise for your brain. They are an exercise for your mind and for your outlook. When you repeat an affirmation over and over and over again, it rewires your brain. And when you rewire your brain, create a different reality for yourself. It happens over time, bit by bit. So I want you to think about some of the thoughts that you currently on repeat in your mind, right? If you just take a moment and think about what do you think about the most throughout your day, that is on repeat. You have wired your brain to think about that thing all day long. It's just there, or it's a thought that always comes up when a situation occurs, or it's just kind of like this background thought. So your kind of way of thinking might be something like, I don't have enough, I'm not enough, there's nothing happening in my life, there's nothing going right for me, everything is falling apart, they're so negative, I don't have what I need. Those are kind of negative things, and when we negative thoughts, and when we think those things, that's kind of what we create in our life. And when you build this muscle of affirmations, you are actually building your brain, rewiring your brain to create a different reality, to create a different kind of scenario for yourself. It's very, very similar to when you go to work out and you're lifting weights and you're really wanting to get stronger and you're wanting to change the muscles and how they work and what they can lift and what they can do for you. It's very similar. So when you are applying an affirmation in your life, when you're thinking it over and over, you're actually rewiring your brain. And I'll get into more of that later, but you're rewiring your brain. So it's literally an exercise. You can think of it as an actual exercise for your brain when you are repeating a positive affirmation over and over and over again. It is an exercise for your brain, just like lifting weights is an exercise for your muscles. So, why would we use positive affirmations, and when would you use a positive affirmation? So you can use positive affirmations whenever you want to make a positive change in your life. Whenever you want to make a positive change in your life, no matter what that change is, you can use a positive affirmation to support you. So I want you to know they are helpful. Positive affirmations are helpful when you are not at your best, when you are needing support, needs a boost, when you're facing a lot of stress and anxiety, when there's a lot of demand on your time, on your attention, um, when you are of high level of insecurity, maybe you're feeling some grief, maybe your life is just kind of experiencing some setbacks. Positive affirmations will support you in those situations. Positive affirmations will help lift out of those situations so that you can see more clearly, so that you can see the support that's around you, so that you can bring in what it is that you want in your life to shift whatever situation that you're in. But here's the thing is affirmations are also useful. You are at your best. Isn't that awesome? They are useful when you are at your best and you just want things to get better. So you can use a affirmation when you really want to just continue the momentum of a new habit, a really good habit that you have created or that you really want to establish more, such as waking up earlier or meditating every day or drinking a smoothie every day, right? You can use a positive affirmation in those instances, or when you want to exercise or meditate more. Now, positive affirmations also just help you notice the small things, the small joys in life. They help you slow down and become more present to what's in your life that feels really good. They also help you appreciate the people around you more, the people who are in your life, the people who support and love you, and just the gifts of others, of other people, and what we gain from other people and relationships. Positive affirmations can help you become more productive, can help you gain more clarity, kind of get rid of the clutter so that you can do more and do more of what matters most to you. And affirmations will help you do better work. Like you'll do better, you'll create better stuff and you will have more to give when you have positive affirmations. Like literally, the list is endless. You can use positive affirmations whether you are having a sucky day or you're having like a great day. You can use them any time. I use affirmations every single day. And I will go, there's seasons of my life, times of my life where I'm not using them as much. And then I go, I'm just down in the dumps and I'm spiraling in negative thoughts. And then lately, I've been really using them a lot every day, sitting with an affirmation every morning, repeating it over and over and over again, writing them down to just help steer my mind back into a place that feels more abundant and that is allowing me to see the possibilities in my life. So, some of the direct benefits of affirmations include, and these are pretty powerful. So, you're going to feel an increase in positivity when you use positive affirmations. You are going to feel an increase in your self confidence. You are going to feel an improvement in your self esteem. You're just going to feel better about yourself. And when you have these positive affirmations that are on repeat, it just really helps to kind of cap the negative thinking. Or when a negative thought comes in, you notice it more, and then you are like, wait a second, I want to apply a different thought there. It just helps you control the negative thoughts and like frustration and anger and impatience just a bit easier. It helps you when you have positive affirmations in your life. You are far more resilient to stress. And, of course, that leads to just better health overall. It helps improve your productivity. That is really about your clarity and about your energy and about being able to get something done when you say you're going to do it. You just are able to move through blocks, get over obstacles. And it helps you to just increase your ability to overcome a habit in your life that may be having negative effects on your life, whether that is staying up really late and just binge watching TV, having cereal or ice cream at night every night. If that's not working for you, it just helps you to really just stay present with what it is that you want and to really continue to create the positivity that you want in your life. And it is also really helpful in achieving your goals. So, like I said, I use affirmations. I write them down. I put them around, and I choose ones that just resonate, that just hit, that are just like, yes, I need to remind myself of this all the time. And one affirmation that I use it every morning. Is what I repeat over and over to myself is I have unwavering faith in the universe. I have absolute faith and trust. And I chose this because for me, I needed that reminder that I'm not alone and that I have the support of the universe behind me. Because sometimes I can feel that, gosh, life feels hard and it feels big and it feels like I don't know what I'm doing and where am I going, and those kind of big questions, and it can feel stressful. And that affirmation really helps to remind me that I am being guided and supported all the time, and I'm not doing this work by myself. So, those are some of the benefits of affirmations. And you know what the cool thing is that each of those benefits that I listed, those each one of them has sub benefits, right? Then and so it's going to spread out and affect all the different parts of your life. When you start utilizing affirmations, you start feeling better and you have more positivity in so many parts of your life. When I repeat my affirmation over and over, I feel less stressed. I feel less graspy and time famished. I feel just way more calm. I feel a deeper trust of myself and of the path that's unfolding. Like actually feel that. Like it's a whole different experience for me when I repeat my mantra. I have unwavering faith in the universe. I have absolute faith and trust. When I repeat that, I feel that in my body. I feel that deep trust energy with it. I don't want that. I want that solid, supportive, trusting energy. And when I feel that, I am different in my work, I am different in my parenting, and in my partnering. Okay. So as you practice positive affirmations, you're going to notice the same thing. It's going to kind of reach out to all different parts of your life. Um, so now let's talk about why positive affirmations actually work. Now, this part is so interesting. There is actually no magic to affirmations. Like, it's entirely scientifically proven. There isn't this woo woo magic to it. There's actually research and science behind it. There are well established psychological theories around affirmations. So if there's a part of you that's like, yeah, I don't know, this just sounds like really out there, just know that there's behind this, okay? And one of those theories, where it's like scientific research, is all around. I'm sure you've heard this term before. Is neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity. This is a really fantastic, wonderful ability that your brain has to evolving. No, it continues to evolve as you bring more information in, as you create these grooves in your brain. So basically, how you use your brain will alter your brain. So how the information, what you put into it, is going to alter how it works. Okay, so that's what neuroplasticity is it's always changing, it's always evolving. So your thinking patterns, both positive and negative, will run like train tracks in your brain. I just think of it as like deep grooves in your brain. The more you think the same thought over and over and over, the more you think the same thought, this deeper the track you're laying, the deeper the groove you're laying in your brain. And what that means is when you have that deeper groove, that becomes more automatic. It becomes easier to pull up, easier to think, easier to believe. Over and over and over, I never have enough, I never have enough, I never have enough. You're going to think that, you're going to believe it, which means you're going to think it, you're going to feel a feeling on that thought. You're going to act accordingly, and then you're going to create that result in your life of never having enough. That's what you're going to see, that's what you're going to experience, and that's what you're going to create over and over and over. And that is based on this thought, this negative thought that has automatic because you've thought it so many times. Now, remember when I said that positive affirmations, the job of positive affirmations is to challenge those negative thoughts? So this is where they become super powerful. Your brain, remember, it's all about neuroplasticity. How you use your brain will alter, how you use how your brain works. So if you start thinking a positive thought, I have enough, over and over and over again, you're going to lay a track down. And if you think it enough, that groove is going to get deeper and deeper. And that thought will become more automatic. It will come up more easily. You will think that more easily and more frequently when a situation arises. You might have the thought, I don't have enough. And then that positive thought will come back up. No, I actually do have enough. And when you have that thought as an automatic thought, as a deep groove in your brain, then you feel what it feels like to have enough. You act in a way that is congruent with that feeling. And you see abundance in your life, you see that you have enough, and then you create results that match that reality you've created in your brain, right? So what you think creates your feeling, creates your action, creates results. It all begins with your thoughts. And it has everything to do with how often you're thinking a thought. So your life is a series of kind of results, and results come from thoughts. This is kind of a lot of brain talk, but the gist, when you think something over and over and over again, you're laying a deep track. Okay. And that's when something becomes automatic. So when you have a positive affirmation, you are challenging a negative thought. You are creating a new train track, essentially, a new groove. So that's really how positive optimistic mindset. And how amazing would it be to have an optimistic mindset all the time, right? Optimism is a super powerful thing. When we are able to deal with negative messages and replace them with like positive statements, what happens is that we become more adaptive. We become more brave. We become more ourselves. We become more alive in a lot of senses. Replace the negative thoughts with positive thoughts. We become clearer about who we are, what we want, and what we can, because we are really flipping the switch on an optimistic mindset. Now, something that's super powerful, and this is my last like bit of information I'm today, is that your brain is not that great at figuring out the difference between um, reality and imagination. And believe it or not, this is actually surprisingly useful. So when you create a mental image of yourself having enough, when you create a mental image of yourself just like acing an interview, or like conquering a fear of heights, this actually, when you just imagine those things happening, it activates the same areas of your brain that are activated when you're actually doing the thing. So if you're repeating the thought over and over and over, you're visualizing even, your brain doesn't know the difference. The regular repetition of positive affirmations about yourself can encourage your brain to actually consider these affirmations as fact. Okay? It doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So you can think this has been born. No, you can change the thoughts. You can create a new way of thinking that positively impacts your life. So that's all I have for you today. We talked about a lot of stuff with affirmations. So next time, I am going to talk about what affirmations don't do, why affirmations and low self-esteem don't work together, and how, or let's say how to hack affirmations so that they work better for you. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in the next video, in the next Facebook Live. In the meantime, let me know what came up for you, what was powerful for you in this today, what resonated with you, what ahas did you have, what questions did you have, just what are you kind of taking in and excited about. Now, I'm going to leave you with an affirmation that you can use today and just repeat it over and over. And that is, opportunities are all around me. Opportunities are all around me. Repeat that all day long. Write it down. Notice how it feels to affirm that. Notice how it feels to say that and to say it in a way that is like it is. It absolutely is. Opportunities are all around me. You're stating the fact. Opportunities are all around me. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.